what could I do to make an impact in my school, my community, or my world? I can explain to teachers what we need to do for our students to make sure our students become better citizens in their community, which will help them to be better citizens in our world. And the number one thing that we need to do is, are you listening? We need to teach our children. Kids are bored. They sit in class bored every day. Why? Because we got to do this worksheet. We got to hit this standard. We got to do all this stuff. You know, if it was me, I don't remember standards back in the day, but I remember learning. My teachers used to make it so exciting to come to class and learn. And I remember the one that really changed my way was my English teacher. I think it was 9th grade English. And I walked into the classroom, and here was this crazy little kooky lady, and she's sitting on the desk with this boom box. And then she was teaching us about similes and metaphors through a song. And it was cool. I wanted to go to school every day to learn. And we've lost that. We've lost our way when it comes to our students. We no longer make them want to thirst for learning and tell them, you got to learn this, you got to learn this, you got to learn this. And we just keep throwing it at them, throwing it at them, throwing it at them. But we don't really give them a chance to seek the knowledge for themselves. I sit back and I look at myself sometimes and I'm like, here I am. I'm an older teacher and I'm always seeking things to learn. I'm trying to find out what STEAM is. I'm trying to find out what STEM is. I'm going online. I'm taking these free classes. I'm doing all this stuff and I'm continually trying to fill my brain with this knowledge. And then I sit back and I wonder, why isn't it the same way with the kids that we're teaching? Why don't they have that thirst for knowledge like we do? And it's because they didn't get to seek the knowledge like we did when we were kids. Because of the tests, we now just keep giving them information. And eventually the kids just get so bored. It's like, what the heck, man? Is everything about this test? And so I stopped teaching like that. And I started teaching them things that were pertinent to them, like how to address an envelope, to write letters to soldiers. We've entered many writing contests because you know what, as I tell them, everything in life is a competition. Just because you're in middle school, life is a competition. You want to get into that high school, it's competition. You want to get into that college, it's competition. You want to get into that job that you so much want, it's a competition. So why are we teaching them about this test when we have to teach them how to fend for themselves? And so I teach them different things and I make them seek and I give them these questions. I'm like, I don't know. What is the answer to that? And then my kids become seekers. And if we want to make an impact on our school system, we have to make our kids seekers of the knowledge. We got to stop giving it to them. We got to stop making it so boring to come to school. We have to teach them things that will get them into college, things that will get them into careers and not just pass that test. Because you know what? I grew up, and I think I took that test probably about once in Louisiana. And look at me. I have a bachelor's, I have a master, I got 2 masters, I got a specialist degree. I didn't worry about that test back then. I learned information. I sought information. I had great time with information. And if we're trying to make an impact in our schools, we have to make our students seekers of the knowledge. We have to make them want to learn and learn pertinent stuff. As they always say, it's got to be real world. Well, technically, it really does. Because if we don't, then we lose them. And then they don't become productive members of our communities because they don't care. And then they don't become productive members of society because they don't care. We have to get them to care. And the way that we're going to get them to care is we're going to teach them to learn. We're not going to give it to them. We're going to show them how to seek it out. When they become seekers of the knowledge, they will learn so many different things that we never thought possible. They will learn how to be great citizens and actually do what schools were put on this earth to do. Teach us how to live in this world. And that's what we're going to have to do. And that's the impact that I want to give to my school. I want to try to impact my teachers. Look, let's stop giving them stuff just for the test's sake. Let's give them stuff just so they can learn it, because learning is fun, it's cool, it's great, it's awesome. But when we beat them with the test, it's no longer awesome. I want to impact my communities. I want them to know, don't come into the schools just to help us get ready for the test. Come into the schools and help us get kids ready for college. Help us get them ready for careers. What do they need to know so that when they leave out, they can get a job? They can do great. And let's talk about our world. We have to know things. We have to be able to do things. And how do we do that? We become seekers of the knowledge. And so for me, that's what I would do to impact my school, my community, and my career. I would first start with my students. I would first start by making them the seekers of the knowledge.